we're going to talk a little bit about some of the house plants, and the three that we're going to talk about today are the Pothos, the Kalanchoe, and the Succulents. And actually the Kalanchoe and the Succulents are related, so their care is going to be kind of similar, just a little bit different because this one's flowering. So let's start out with the Pothos. Pothos are a great plant. It's a green plant, and depending on what variety you get, you can go anywhere from a variegated, a solid green, to a green with just a little bit of variegation in it. And you see these a lot in Mexican restaurants or in interior design landscaping areas because they're really easy. They're light. Depending on the variety, most of them like a bright light, not in the sun, but a bright light. You can have it further into a darker area. However, what will happen, like this one here has the white and green variation, it will revert to a solid green pothos because it needs as much green in that leaf, the darker that it is. Also, the darker it is, the slower growing it will be. So if you want it to grow very fast, of course use the fertilizer and put it near a window. Near a window that's diffused light, so not directly in, because what will happen if it's directly in the sun is it will get black spots and that leaf will be bad and you'll have to take it off, and we don't want that. As far as watering the pothos, they can tolerate being in solid water with no soil. They can be in soil that you get it wet and moist and then let it dry completely down. They do not care. For instance, if you had a clipping and you said, okay, I have one that's in all water, it's been growing, and now I'm going to put it into soil. The chances of that surviving is not as good. If you've had one survive, that's great. Kudos to you. But most of the time, they don't like to be transferred different growing mediums, such as water compared to soil. The soil that you're going to use is just a nice potting soil that has some peat moss in it to give it a nice aeration so it has time to dry down. You don't want those roots to be sopping wet in that soil. So go ahead and let it dry down in between. If the plant starts getting a wimpy look to it, that means that it's too dry. So you need to, somewhere right above that level is where you need to keep it. Really sturdy plant temperatures, they'll tolerate average household temperatures. It's not a plant that's going to grow upright. It's going to be one, like you can see this one's in a hanging basket. They're going to flow down, or they'll follow a string. If you put a string out or up, you can train it to go up there. So it's more of a vining style plant. Gorgeous plant though. Look at that color in there. So here we just have a smaller one that we put into a cement pot. This one I left in the grower's pot and I just dropped it right into the cement pot to sit and grow in. Little bit of moss on top covers up the mechanics really nice, and you have a cute little tabletop or desktop plant to put out. The succulents, which have been so popular, aren't those two beautiful? There's not all succulents can tolerate being indoors. They do like a lot of sun. Think almost cactusy style. They like to have their roots dry. They don't like the water up and inside of the succulent, especially in Wisconsin. We don't have enough of the humidity and dryness to that sun to suck that all out during the day. So you would get some rot going on if you left water sit in there. You can water them, under the petals or let them drink from the bottoms. But beautiful plants, really sturdy. They like a lot of light typically, but not full sun. Again, it'll burn the plant out, but very, very bright light. They're slower growing, but they're just gorgeous. They're absolutely beautiful. The Kalanchoe is a blooming succulent. And you can see the leaves, got an extra leaf in there. You can see the leaves are a little bit thinner than what the other succulents are, and every variety is different, but the Kalanchoes are something that you see as gifts. A lot of people do them as gifts. It's an indoor plant, so keep this one inside. Same type of care. Give it a nice drink, let it dry down, and then give it another nice drink. The blooms are really beautiful. It's a cluster of blooms on a single stem, and there's just a lot of them going on here. You'll find them a lot in this foil or paper just because it's inexpensive. When you're giving the gift, you know, sometimes that cost is always a factor, but when you get the gift, go ahead and take care of it. Just like you would fresh flowers, take that wrapping off and take care of your plant. The reason I say that, and what you can do, is you can put it into a cute little basket. If you feel festive and you like ribbons, you can put a little ribbon on, or put a little Easter egg up there for Easter, some little twigs coming out, there's butterfly on there, there's all sorts of things you can do to doll this up. The reason I don't care for the foil or the paper staying on the plant, it's too tight around the pot, which retains too much of the moisture, and that causes that root rot, and it's just harder to maintain the correct watering with the foils on. So I like to have them on and then take them off and put them into their new home, put them into a new place. Beautiful for sitting on the table. I hope that helped, and I hope that you learned a little bit about how to care for some of these plants. Check out our other videos on beatyourneighbor.com, and also remember that we have promotions that go on periodically. Sign up for our newsletter. We always have a promotion or a fun giveaway on there, and you can always order the fertilizer at beatyourneighbor.com. Thank you.